14, we have draw the Lewis structure for PH3. So phosphorus trihydride. Not really sure about the name, but we do want to draw a Lewis structure. For PH3. So for this one, we're first going to see how many electrons we have in total to work with. So phosphorus is on the 15th column, so that's going to be 5 valence electrons. Hydrogen is on the first column, so that's 1 each. So 5 plus 3, we need to work with 8 electrons, okay? And now for this one, because phosphorus has the most unpaired electrons, we'll put it in the center, so P. And then we have 1, 2, 3 for the H's. So right now we do have that PH3. Now let's fill in the rest of the electrons. Hydrogen is already done. It's sharing one of its 1, so we don't have to add anything there. But phosphorus is right now sharing 3 of its 5. So we're going to have 4, 5. And now let's check. Do we have 8 electrons total? Well, we do have 3 bonds, which is 6 electrons, and 1 lone pair, which is 2 more. So 8 electrons, check. Does this have a formal charge of 0 for each one? Hydrogen's formal charge 0 would be when it looks like that, just 1 bond, which each hydrogen does. And phosphorus, funny enough, is when it has 1 lone pair and 3 bonds, which it also has as well. And does this satisfy the octet rule for those that are viable? Phosphorus octet rule is indeed satisfied. So this right here would actually be the Lewis structure for PH3. Now let's see how we did. And for this, what they actually did was go ahead and draw it in the, I guess, the 3D structure of the Lewis, to where we have one of the hydrogens, the thick, I guess, triangle that's filled in is one that's coming out of the page towards us, and the one that's dashed, that's the one that's going into the page away from us, okay? And so that's how they chose to draw it. Although this one I drew as well would be a perfect Lewis structure, if they asked for like the 3D Lewis structure for it, this is what they would, what we would go with, okay? Nonetheless though, they're both correct. It's just very important that if it did ask for a 3D structure, then mine would not be satisfactory. You want to make sure you have that solid line to indicate the one that's coming out of the page, and a dash to indicate the one that's going into the page, okay? So now for question